So, welcome to another week of Permission Granted. Lovely ladies joining me, Eva and Kasha, and of course Kim is away dealing with summertime and family things, so we miss her, but we are moving forward. So this week we are talking about manifesting and all those kinds of crazy shifts that are happening around now, and how you deal with it, how you keep moving forward. Like with Kim gone, you know, we've kind of had this discombobulated sort of thing happening where we're trying to get together, and you know, it happens that way sometimes. So manifesting, are you bringing in the trouble? Are you not bringing in the trouble? What's going on, right? So ladies,
this is how long do we got, you know? Because
this is like a heavy because if you think about it, manifesting, people think for the most part is like you go out there and you put your order at the drive-through, and you grab your bag at the window, you get home and you realize they forgot your fries.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, but I asked for the whole combo, why are my fries missing?
Or you got like the order of the guy behind you.
Yes.
Right? Like not even right.
Exactly.
That's my life right now.
Yeah, that's not what I ordered. Meanwhile, you ordered the little baby burger. Here's like the triple Whopper, like, you know.
You know, it's interesting. That's exactly where I'm at. And I was chatting with my girlfriend yesterday about this because I've been asking to have a physical office space. So I'm expanding my business from virtual clients only to actually seeing people locally in person, right? Which I don't want to do that out of my house. I want to have a professional space. And so I've been asking, and lo and behold, it shows up. But what didn't show up are my fries, right? Like the security net of, oh my gosh, do I really sign this lease? Like, am I ready for that? Mm-hmm. And so I was talking to my friend about it, and she goes, well, why do you need everything to show up at once? If you manifested one, what's to stop you from manifesting all the other things? And why do you need to chunk it all into one? Like maybe the universe is working on the other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So it really,
or it's testing you.
Well, that's the other thing, right? It's why do I want it to look a certain way? Why can't I just say, well, I want all these things, and maybe I have to go wait in the little parking spot and my fries are coming out in like 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. But so this is a good lesson for me to not assume that I'm doing it wrong, or that it's not coming, or that I suck and I don't deserve it, right?
Yes. That's where the mind goes first. Like, damn it, I suck.
Totally. So yeah, like I'm still getting the fries. They're just coming in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's almost like the same analogy too, like when you have like this big order on Amazon, not everything comes in one package. Like there might be days apart, weeks apart. Not everything is coming from the same space or the same place. So it's almost like we have to look at manifesting like Amazon. Mm-hmm. You go on that wish list and you put everything in there. And when you're ready to put it all in the cart and pay for it all at once, it's not all going to show up at once. But it will, because you guaranteed it, and it's almost like we have to strengthen our trust and belief muscles to know that once we put it out there into the universe, into the higher sources that are making it possible for us, and they're back there putting their Amazon boxes together for our request, that it is coming to us, and not have to like kung fu grip the how or the missing pieces, because it's almost like Kasha was saying, it's almost like it's the universe testing you. I'm going to throw this at you and let me see how you react to it. Mm-hmm. I have your whole back order is here, but I want to see how you react to that too. What do you think about that, Shelly?
So I love this subject because I teach this. I teach this. So I think that there's a couple of things at play here. Obviously, like you said, I love your metaphor that not everything is going to just like come at once, right? We wouldn't actually, most often our asks are a little bit bigger than what we can actually manage at the time. Mm-hmm. And it gives us an opportunity to work ourselves into it, right? And to feel into that alignment and that continuation of the alignment that will create the expansion. Because it's like, I always like to relate this to giving birth. When you are giving birth, when you're having a baby, it takes time, right? The contractions have to happen to allow the body to expand enough to allow the baby to come out. If you just like pop that thing out, you would do some serious damage, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So, right. So we have to have faith and trust in the divine timing of the alignment. And it's not time as we humans know it. It is just the time it takes to come into alignment. That energy has to have the space to grow and flow. And it's not on a clock. It's not on a clock. And we don't have control necessarily over when the rest of it's coming, right? We like to sit there and go, come on. But in reality, there's no end game. So our dreams and goals can come all through our life, right? Speaking to your office space, that's awesome. It's incredible.
Yes.
But there isn't only one space in your city.
Right. That's the
right.
Yeah.
So if it's not a good fit, it doesn't mean, like when you go for dinner at a fancy restaurant, you say, what's on special? They usually have a couple of options, right? Or if you ask to see the wine list, you're going to see a few different house wines. You're not going to choose all of them. You're going to say, this is the one that I want based on, I like white or I like red, whatever it is, right? So if it doesn't fit all of your things, it's not because you shouldn't have those parameters. It's because they're saying, okay, well, how about this one?
Right.
And you say, I'm not comfortable with these things. I would prefer, and then you'll have something else come in that will. Just because you say no to one doesn't mean that you're saying no to all of them.
Right.
Exactly.
Right?
Doesn't
So
mean you're shutting the door.
Yeah, because a lot of the times we ask for something and we don't define it enough, and we don't, because maybe we don't know what that definition is, right? And then it comes, or an offer comes, and we go, oh yeah, now I have that clarity, now I have that understanding, now I'm going to refine that a little bit more, and it shapes it a little bit better. So I love that.
No, it's true. And I love what you said, Eva, before too, is it's another opportunity to practice the trust muscle, practice the clarity muscle, all those things that help us know ourselves.
Yes.
But not the judgment muscle, right? Like that one needs to go on the shelf and take that out of your vocabulary. When something shows up and it's not exactly how you want it, this is not an opportunity to put yourself on trial, right?
No.
This is an opportunity to love yourself more, get clear.
So good.
Right. And it's like, what I love is, so this sort of popped up yesterday for me, and I had this meltdown because I'm like, my fries are missing.
Like, damn it, man.
Wait a minute. Like, no, they're not. Right. I have to look at it. So the time between me having a meltdown and me remembering the truth is like this now, not like this. So
yes.
Huge win. And I think
so huge.
That's what we're all striving for, no matter what it is you're manifesting, right? It doesn't all have to look the way you think it should.
And what I love about that too, that sometimes when we're manifesting something and that something shows up, again, like you said, not the way that we expected it, maybe it's the way that it's meant for us to receive it. Like that's another way for us to look at it too, that maybe this is what we can handle for now. Yeah. Not the bigger picture. Like, again, maybe we just wanted the kids' meal because I don't feel that hungry. And here we are asking for like, the extra supersized, portion of it all, when we want to be able to digest it in small doses. So that's amazing too, for us to like really embrace what shows up and see the blessing in that, to appreciate that, so that when the bigger things start coming in, we recognize it and appreciate it just as much.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember when I was pregnant with my son, he's our first child, I remember being so impatient, thinking, I wish this baby would just come here. Like, why does it have to take 9 months, right? And then after the 9 months, I was like, oh, now I get it, because I had to grow into becoming a mom. And I probably even needed more. Like, all of a sudden, the whole elephant 2-year pregnancy seemed really
Can you imagine? I don't think I would survive 2 years. Hail to the elephants in the world.
No, but I definitely wanted more time.
Yes.
More time. I was like, I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, no, like put it back.
It's not done yet. It's raw.
I'm not done cooking. The baby might be, but I'm not.
Totally.
But we get so impatient, you know, and we think we want it now. But I think maybe that's like a Western society instant gratification. We think of it and it's like, I want it now. And only after we realize actually it came at the perfect time.
It's like, I think we said in another episode too, that damn Staples button.
Mm-hmm.
Like instant, like it's just immediate. It's not that way. And a lot of the times when you think you want it that quick, once you get it, you'll be like, really? It got here. I'm not ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you're manifesting a new home, right? Like so many
Or
of
a
us
relationship.
like you want, your dream home. Well, you need time to pack. You need time to rearrange your life, daycare, schools, what have you. There's so many adjustments that come with a new home, and you need to be able to have the time to do all of that. So doing it like that would not work, right?
No.
Like you can't just poof things. We don't have that ability yet.
We're not that magical. And I think if we were, we would be so destructive to ourselves.
Totally. We'd be bouncing all over.
We would never be able to like even invoke gratitude in anything. Because if we could switch it off and be like, oh, I just want pink hair today. No, I want a Cadillac tomorrow. Yeah. We would be like the biggest spoiled brats ever.
Yeah, I heard one of my mentors that I really look up to, Matt Kahn. He said, it's good that there's a delay, because imagine thinking the word elephant and one dropping out of the sky. Right?
Yes, so true.
Be happy it's not that kind of world.
And pregnant.
Yeah, pregnant elephant. Poof.
Shocking and painful all at the same time.
Right. Yeah. So it's interesting to be, because trust me, 10 years ago, I would not be laughing about it. I would have been like all
tears,
myself a trial, right?
I would have been sitting in the corner, like,
but now laughing
consoling
about it,
myself.
It's like, now I can step into the gratitude for this system, right? This whole law of attraction and all the other laws that apply, because it's like, it's actually for my highest good. And I see that now. Whereas before it was like, no, I want it now. I don't have it. Tantrum.
And sometimes, because we were trying to get into the element of the shifting of it all too, like sometimes when things in our life or in our business or in our careers start to shift faster than we anticipated, it's almost like we have to know when to just take that time out, kind of reevaluate, because since we're constantly evolving and our needs are constantly changing, just like Shelly said earlier, sometimes we outgrow certain things. So we don't have to continue that momentum. We can step out of that and step into something else, but give ourselves that grace to kind of step back and really ask those questions. Is this what I'm willing to receive right now? And is it aligned to where I want to go, not just where I am right now? Mm-hmm. You guys agree with that?
Totally.
Yeah, definitely. There's no one and done. There's infinite possibilities ahead of you. So shifting gears is absolutely okay. Like just because you get to a point and you say, well, okay, but I asked for this, so I have to. You don't have to. You don't have to suffer through something that is no longer in alignment with you, because so many of us, especially right now, are in a period of such rapid growth and rapid expansion that the things that we thought we wanted 2 days ago have already changed, right? And it's okay to like change your mind and shift that focus and that intention and say, I thought I wanted that, but I didn't,
It's like when you order stuff again through Amazon and you get it and you take it out of the box, you're like,
fit, or it's like a weird color.
You're like, that's not what I expected, or that's not what I really wanted, or I thought I wanted it then. Now that I see it, I really don't need it right now. It's okay to send it back. There's no you're not going to get punished because you're sending things back. It's just, it's not what you wanted at the time.
I find, actually, I love what you said, Shelly, too, with this kind of just had an aha moment. You know how often manifesting teachers will say, and I can't remember, I think The Secret actually teaches this, is like, ask for exactly what you want or something better. Or something better sometimes can be so shocking and so surprising that you're like, wait a minute, it's better, but I invested in this. So like, right. It's that whole, I love that permission slip of saying, actually, I changed my mind. I want this because this is better.
Mhm.
And
It's like when you get
this
when you go on, like you travel and you're on a flight, right? And you already booked your ticket, like Shelly just traveled, and you're in economy because those are where we are right now. And then you get to the airport and they upgrade you to first class. Are you
You're
gonna
gonna
say
say
no?
no. No,
No.
I choose this seat.
Yeah, no. We'll be
Really?
like,
Like,
yes,
nobody-
thank you. Thank you, universe, first class. And you get to
Take
sit
the extra
all the way back.
but it's that I think this is where managing our own expectations and just looking for the evidence and seeing how we feel, right? And taking ourselves off the judgment train of, but what's someone else going to think, right? What's that other person? And I know I've gotten caught up in this is this like, but I've been on this path and now I'm kind of want to go over here, but what's everyone going to say? And the truth is, who cares?
Exactly.
Right? Like, does it feel
Hashtag
good to
who
you?
cares?
Does it feel good to you? Are you doing it for the highest good of you and humanity? Are you, like, if you're not intentionally being a jerk and hurting people, do what you want. You know, like,
Love that.
ask big, dream big, and receive.
Yeah. I feel like too that it's great to put focus on the little things too, right? Like just something so simple. This morning I woke up and I kind of usually go and turn on the kettle because my son likes to have oatmeal. So I turn on the kettle and I go and I lay with him for a few minutes. And as I was walking to the kitchen, I thought, oh, my husband's truck is behind me. I'm going to have to move it. I don't want to move it. And I went and I laid down and I let that go. 10 minutes later, my husband got up and I didn't have to move his truck. He took the son to work, to daycare for me. So, you know, those tiny little things, I manifested that for sure, right? And sitting in the gratitude and the amazement of like, wow, you brought me such a little thing too, you know? Like my tiny desires are just as amazing and important, and the universe delivers on those just as much as they deliver the big things too. Like when you start seeing those small things for what they are, it just expands and like it'll blow your mind when you start paying attention to those things. Yeah,
absolutely. That's so good. All right,
Yeah.
ladies. So what are our permission slips for this week? Go ahead, Kasha.
I had like 5 and now they're all gone, but
that's okay.
Permission granted to be surprised and you know, and to change your mind if the new surprise is better. Just allow yourself to play, like act like a kid with a big cake on their birthday. Allow yourself to be surprised.
That's awesome. For me, permission granted to trust and believe that when you do place your order to the universe, it's going to show up in the way that it's expected for you to handle it. Don't be questioning, where are my fries or where's my Amazon package? Because it is on its way. Just trust and believe that what you put out there will come to you.
Yes. And I'm going to give you permission to explore how when things happen for you, even though they might not be what you thought you wanted, how are they possibly in your greatest good? Because everything is coming to you for your highest good, regardless of whether or not it's a less than positive experience. And it's helping you grow. It's helping your ability to receive in other ways. And I just invite you and give you permission to explore how everything that you desire is yours, and it's coming. It just might not show up how you think it will.
Yeah.
Love that. That's awesome.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode. There's links below to all of our websites, including Kim's. And if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for your Permission Granted Manifesto, because that's something that I have up on my wall and I read it, you know, as often as I remember, because it really reminds me of, you know, purpose, passion, all the things that sometimes I forget to give myself permission granted for. And we want all of you to have that. So please, subscribe to it, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.